Hi everyone, and welcome to my review of the new documentary called Cartel Land. This film is an examination of the men and women on both sides of the fence, both in America and Mexico, as they try to defend their country from the cartel. And it's a film that I've been wanting to see for a few weeks now. I believe it premiered at the Sundance Film Festival, won many awards. It is executive produced by Catherine Bigelow, the director of The Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30, so that's their main push. But the trailers look very interesting, and I love a good documentary about corruption and the people that are trying to rise above that and are braver than I will ever be to defend their country, whether it is America or in Mexico. So we get both sides of this story. We get to meet groups of people in Mexico who are rising up and forming their own groups, almost their own cartels, to beat the cartels as they wear, they're wearing protection, and they're not that kind of protection, but they're wearing, what is it called? I forget, whatever. They're wearing protection. And so, and they've got arms, and they're really trying to get the cartel to get out of there, to get out of their neighborhoods, get out of their lives. And then we also get to meet Americans who are doing the same thing as Mexicans are trying to cross over the border and trying to bring drugs into America. So, this movie goes back and forth as we get to know this group of people that are trying to make a difference in this world. And they really have to do a lot. There's a lot of stuff that is definitely shown in a very honest and intense way, as the filmmakers are right there with the battle. And I've worked on some documentaries, and I've worked on even reality television, which I wouldn't say is documentary, but you're out there, and I felt for these filmmakers who are in there and experiencing these things, and right in there, real life, and they could have the possibility of seeing someone killed, seeing one of their coworkers killed, or being even killed themselves. So it's very interesting, and I like that we really get to know these people both in Mexico and in America. I will say one of my complaints about the movie is I feel like we're in Mexico for the majority of the time. There's not a balance, that I felt that we got equal time with both subjects, because I felt like the Americans were very interesting too, like off the grid, really upset with their government and wanting to change things, feeling like their government's not doing anything and let people come over the border, bring in drugs, and they're just... I felt for them. I cared about them. I sympathized with them. I don't know if I'd want to do the same thing that they're doing right there. They're out there in the middle of the night, finding people and trying to stop something that is definitely unstoppable. But I admire that. I look up to that, even though I feel sometimes their cause, they're just going to continue to do this till the day they die, and I don't know if they'll actually make a difference, but I would never want to stop them on either side of the fence. But it's very interesting, because when we get to Mexico and we see the corruption in there, even in the groups that they create to stop the corruption, they think that there's some corruption going on with those groups. I felt this was a very, very interesting documentary, as a dog barks. A film that held my attention throughout, even though I wish there was... we got to see a lot of the Mexico side. I would have liked to have seen more of the American side as well, a nice balance. This film actually starts, I think, with the cartel. We actually get to meet some people who are making drugs and moving those drugs in the beginning of the film and at the end. So there's kind of interesting bookends to what happens actually in the middle. I admire these filmmakers for really getting out there and being a part of the action, not sitting on the sideline and just interviewing people. It's very, very brave of them. I would not want to be in their shoes, but I'm glad they captured the footage that they did. I would like to see a film like this be seen more in more theaters. Sadly, documentaries don't really get a huge and wide release. Hopefully through some sort of streaming site, more people will see this and be aware of what's going on in our world. But for the most part, I thought this was a very fascinating, interesting documentary that really held my attention throughout the entire piece. Something that, if you're interested in seeing what's going on at the border of Arizona and Mexico, you got to see this film. Very interesting. In the comment box below, has anybody else seen Cartel Land? Did they see it at the Sundance Film Festival? Let's start a dialogue. Have you seen any other documentaries that tackle this subject? That'd be very interesting to watch and listen and learn more about this situation. I am actually going to give Cartel I'm going to give the film a solid 3.5 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.